guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to the weekend preview for this weekend, the Predictor League, and of course fantasy football as well. But let's begin by having a look at how last weekend went and who won. Oh my, thank you everybody. Oh yay! I got the golden cap, well done to me. And to be honest, I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit here. If we go back and look at what won it for me essentially, it was this right here. Sheffield United 1, Arsenal 0. Yes. Picked it exactly, and nobody else was even close. So yeah, that's my gloating done for the week, for now anyway. We'll probably come back and revisit the last week's round anyway. But yeah, really happy with that. You can see other people who had a good week. Gears Cully had a good week. Rob Kebrov9 had a good week. Gaz Monster rebounded nicely. Luke Stevens as well, up there. And surprisingly enough, Parramatta Power, who has been the class of the field for almost the entire season, he had a little bit, or they had a bit of an off week this week. I don't know if it's, I think it's a he, but I can never be 100% sure. It's a he. I know who it is actually now. It's definitely a he. Yeah, so there we go. But if we have a look at the overall standings, Parramatta Power can, God bless their souls as well, Parramatta Power. What a great club that was. Oh, reminiscing just privately here. So there we go. Still well clear of the rest of us. Kebrov pulled in the gap a little bit. It's a little bit of a gap sort of opening up there to the real villain. I've somehow managed to find myself in fourth at this point, which is amazing for me. Really happy with that. Ruger stands there as well. A bit of a gap back to Adam Riley, Pompey Canuck, and Gears Cully. But, you know, they had a good week last week, so I suspect that they will continue to climb here. Gaz Monster started a little bit later, but it's still on the way up. And I should say, too, if you do want to join, there is a link down in the description. It's never too late. It might be a little bit late now to win overall outright, but there's still weekly glory to be had. So just please do click the link in the description. Join in the fun. You can see we've got 16 people so far. If we can get to, let's see if we can get to 20. That would be fun, wouldn't it? If we could get more the merrier, as they say. So yeah, let's see how we can do that. So that's the overall standings. And let's go and have a look at the matches for this week. And as always, I've forgotten. The only thing I know about this week is that where do I want to go here? I want to go. There we go. Is that Villa is away to Manchester City, and I'm not looking forward to that. I might just I might just forget that that's happened this week. No one's done their picks yet. Boys, come on. Get your act together here. Alright, Southampton versus Leicester City. Leicester's a decent team, aren't they? I'm going to say 2-1. I think Leicester should probably get the job done there for them. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Manchester City versus Aston Villa. I think we could score. They've got some problems in their defence. I'm going to say goalfest. Let's go 4-3. 4-3 is probably ambitious. Let's go 4-2. Yeah, that sounds about right, I think. I'm sure they'll rip us to pieces when they have the ball, but they're a little bit susceptible defensively, I think. Brighton versus Everton. Everton had a decent performance last week. They go away to Brighton. Brighton were perhaps a little bit unlucky to concede so late against Villa when they only had 10 men for a long time during that game. Brighton are decent at home, aren't they? I'm going to say maybe... I think Everton's a good team. I'm going to say maybe 2-1 Everton sneak that one. Wouldn't surprise me if that's a draw, though. Watford versus Bournemouth. Watford are picking up points, aren't they? They're not getting... Is this the week they win? I'm going to say it might be, you know. I don't know how Bournemouth is doing on the road, but let's say they sneak a 1-0. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bode well for my fantasy teams. We'll see in a minute, but let's say they sneak a 1-0 there. West Ham versus Sheffield United. Sheffield United are they're proving themselves to be a very capable team, aren't they? Do they? I want to say 0-0. I think they could go to London, and I think they could maybe keep West Ham out, who is struggling just a little bit of late. So let's go with that. Burnley versus Chelsea. Now, Chelsea had a good win in Europe, didn't they, last night? Or Wednesday night, if you're not watching this Thursday. Yeah, I'm going to say it's an upset. I'm going to say Burnley 1-0. Or will it be 1-1? No, let's go with 1-0. Let's be daring here. Newcastle versus Wolves. I mean, Wolves, as time recording, haven't played in Europe just yet. Newcastle is decent at home without being great. I'm going to say this might end 1-1. Yeah, maybe a bit of a European hangover for Wolves. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. Arsenal need to be better than last week, don't they? Who did they lost to last week? It wasn't someone good, though, was it? Oh, they lost to Sheffield United. I was just bragging about it. Oh, God, I'm a moron sometimes. Yeah, let's say 2-1 perhaps. Palace are a decent defensive team though, aren't they? Liverpool versus Spurs. This will be a game. Both teams good wins during the week. Liverpool, of course, dropped points to Manchester United. I think... Now, is it the beginning of the Spurs revival? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say maybe 3-1. Yeah, Tottenham will score 1 because I have a Liverpool defender in my fantasy team. Norwich versus Man United. I mean, this is a game that you'd think at home there might be goals for Norwich, but they have really, really dropped off lately, haven't they? I'm going to say 2-1 Man United. I don't know if that's what I want to do or not. Let's go 2-2. Let's say a draw. Away from home. United aren't good away from home, are they, lately? So let's go with a 2-2 draw there. So that's my picks, guys. It looks like I said, no one's made their picks yet. Please don't forget to do that. Yeah, hopefully you'll see this, and that will be a quick reminder. Now, I just want to quickly update you on the Fantasy League as well. This is beginning to get out of hand for me. Daniel Stefanovic and Volchi FC are running away with it. 500 points, a clear 70-odd points. Was at 68 points ahead of second, the Cobra Chickens FC, and then myself down there. Aaron Coleman, what a week that was for him. Second to third in the league overall. A really, really good or decent score there. And Jamie Stefanovic as well with Jokers FC with 46 points, almost top scoring for the week. Now, I have made changes to my team. I'm going to stick with Edison in goal because they're playing Villa, and if he's in goal, then there's a chance Villa might score just to annoy me. I'm bringing Lundstrom in. He plays in midfield, but he's in the he's in the start team. Sheffield United just keep surprising me with their defensive record, so I am going to stick him in for this one, along with our Leicester defender and Alexander Arnold. Assuming he'll be fit, he should be fine. With his 75 illness, he'll be fine. We're obviously going to captain Sterling. He probably won't play, but if they're hosting Villa, there's obviously, if he's captain, he'll do terribly. That's how it works, right? So we'll stick with him. Salah in there as well with Cantwell and McGinn, who I've brought in. We'll leave him in there just basically because, well, I know he's going to play, so I know that'll be 2 points. Callum Wilson, we'll go with him up front, even though I just said that Bournemouth wouldn't score. I've brought in Chris Wood for Pookie. I'm off the Pookie bandwagon. I've jumped on the Chris Wood bandwagon. At home to Chelsea, it's maybe not the best time. Maybe he'll get the goal in the 1-0 win I predicted. And Tammy Abraham as well. Hopefully, if it's not to be a nil, he will get the goals for Chelsea. And we've got Redmond on the bench for Southampton, Tarkovsky, and then I've got Mings as far away, a Villa defender, as far away from the starting 11 as I can get him. So that's my team for this week. And just a reminder too that this is, it is just, excuse me, it is just for patrons. A link down to my Patreon if you're interested in supporting the channel. Just any support. I think a pound a month or $1 a month is the minimum that I'm aware of. That's all it takes, and then you can join in here. And even if you even if you already have a fantasy team, you'll just carry your points straight in. And if not, what we'll do is I'll take note of what the leading score is when you start. And I'll just kind of add that to your score to make sure that even when you're joining, you still have a chance of being able to win it. So that's that. As I said, don't forget to put your tips in. Pray for Villa, please. Just let's try and keep it respectable. I'm tempted. Under normal circumstances, I'd be tempted to go to the game, but not the way Manchester City's playing right now. Anyway, guys, that's it for the preview. Don't forget to put your tips and links in the description if you want to join the fantasy. If you want to join this predictor league. I'll see you next time. Take care.